It was a Saturday. The kind of Saturday when you wake up determined to be a functional adult. Shopping list in hand, earbuds in, dignity in your pocket. Little did I know that in mere minutes, that dignity would be flung across the canned goods aisle with all the grace of a drunk tornado. It all started with the cart. My shopping cart decided that monotony wasn't for him. If he were a movie character, he'd be a rebel without a cause. A free spirit defying the laws of physics and stability. The cart. One was sounded like an asthmatic pig trying to play the saxophone. The other kept dragging left like it had political leanings. I gave it my all, trying to steer it straight, but it was like taming a bull at a rodeo.
Hey guys, welcome to our channel.
As if that weren't enough, I was on the phone with my sister Lucy, who was catching me up on the latest family drama. With one hand on the cart and the other holding my phone, Lucy's voice poured in. You won't believe it. Aunt Marlene showed up with blue hair. Something about Aunt Nair, a rain-soaked donut, and an inheritance dispute involving a Persian cat and a domino set. You know, essential information. I had no idea I was about to star in a disaster comedy live from aisle 6. That's when Destiny, that sarcastic little gremlin, stepped in. On top of the cart, balanced with the poise of a drunk on a unicycle, was a pack of oatmeal cookies. Apparently, it had developed a sudden craving for freedom. The pack launched itself forward like it was shouting, "Viva la Revolution," and landed right in front of me. In an Olympic level and incredibly stupid reflex, I stepped back to avoid stepping on the traitor. What I didn't notice was the wheelchair ramp behind me. A gentle, silent, treacherous little ramp. At that moment, the cart, probably sensing victory in our power struggle, took off on a solo adventure. My cart flipped, and that's when the real tragedy began. That little metal anarchist seized the moment and hurled itself down the ramp like a fearless circus acrobat. It didn't just tip over. It launched. Eggs took flight like panicked pigeons. Cans rolled away like they had unfinished business. A bag of potatoes exploded in slow motion. And the worst of all, the watermelon. That watermelon. The one I had chosen with the care of naming a child. Round, heavy, full of promise. It didn't roll, it blasted off like a bowling ball with a grudge. Straight toward a perfectly stacked pyramid of tuna cans. Smack. Boom. Crash. Clink, 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 clink. It was the sound of pure chaos. A symphony of destruction. The tuna pyramid collapsed with the enthusiasm of a condemned building. Cans flew. Kids screamed. A lady dropped her bag and made the sign of the cross. And there I was, in the eye of a grocery store apocalypse, phone still to my ear, as Lucy asked in horror, "Sarah, what was that noise? What's going on?" I, fully ungrounded, literally, could only mutter, "Watermelon, tuna, disaster." A little boy pointed at me with wide eyes and screamed at full volume, "Mommy, that lady blew up the store." There I was, standing in the ruins of my own failure, guaranteed to be remembered forever by every employee in that supermarket. I imagine my picture on the staff room wall, captioned, "The woman who challenged gravity and lost." I wanted to die, or shapeshift into a bag of cookies and quietly roll away. Either worked. 2 employees approached, probably sent by God or management, trying and failing not to laugh. While one mopped up the egg goo, I crouched in penguin shame, picking up fallen items. I even apologized to a dented can of corn. Instinct, I guess. One of the guys was cleaning with the calm of someone who'd done this at least 14 times this week. A woman walked by slowly, tugging her son's arm. "See, Enrique? That's why Mommy doesn't let you run in the store. Or you'll end up like the apocalypse lady." She gave me that classic Sunday Nick Club glare, equal parts pity and judgment. Once the chaos was cleared, I was escorted to the checkout like a war criminal. Hands trembling, hair in full rebellion, my dignity leaking out with the egg yolk at the bottom of my bag. I just wanted to vanish. The cashier tried to hold it together, but was one chuckle away from full-blown laughter. "Still taking the watermelon, ma'am?" "Of course. She's basically family now." I paid for what was left of my honor, packed the survivors into my bags, and speed-walked out like I was fleeing from my own soul. Outside, I heard a security guard whisper to another, "This one's going in the top 3 disasters of the month, just below the lady who tried to weigh her dog on the produce scale." And that, my friends, is how I turned a simple grocery run into a slapstick action movie, directed by a rogue shopping cart and co-starring a watermelon with a thirst for destruction. Moral of the story? Never trust a shopping cart. It might be plotting something.
Want more mysteries, twists, and exciting moments? So you can't miss this video. Click now and continue this journey of fascinating stories. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any news. Leave your comments and see you next time.